Guys, thank you for tuning into the We'll Fix It team. I thought that this would be a good video for people because a lot of these Chevrolet Silverado trucks are running around right now. This one here, this is a four-door model, 5.3, but it's a little oddball with the rear drum brake assembly. And of course, I've had to put front brakes on it, and I checked these, and the shoes were starting to come off of the actual, the lining was coming off of the shoe, whatever you want to call that. Anyhow, it's got this big stupid spring. A lot of them just have your normal, you just release the little keeper washer and then your shoes come off. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. And but with that said, okay, you've got this big stupid spring. I'll show you how to deal with that. The trick that I did, and it worked for me. I wanted it because a lot of times it's just a fumble mess. But this is what the brake shoe is going to look like. It's got this type has a pre-pressed on e-brake cable lever for the emergency brake, and it's got a really strange looking locking device and how that works. And I'll just explain it to you because I got to make this video quick because I'm really busy and I'm running out of time for the day. But so what I did for the big stupid spring, of course I released the adjuster and the little keeper spring for that and got that out of the way, and then I removed the wheel cylinder that I'm going to replace anyways and so I took that out. First thing I've done, and you can see I've got the shoes resting, I just pulled the shoes back by hand and let them lock in the outside groove, which it did. It allowed me to remove this wheel cylinder. And then once I got the wheel cylinder out of the way, I just took the shoes and let them fold back in. And what that did is relieved about 89 to 92% of the pressure. And then I used a long pull bar, breaker bar, or pry bar, and just got up underneath there. And I did one shoe at a time. I did this shoe first. And then I got the spring to release out of the slot, and then I was able to walk the shoe out from underneath it. And then now I've got to get that cable because it comes as a whole thing like this right here. So to get that out real quickly, it's got a little push pin that locks. I pushed it down, and that allowed the cable to slide out of the sheath, and then it slid right out of the little holdy deal that's right here. And so to make it a little easier on me, I went around to the other side over here, which I'll do the other side, like it's got one more side to do left. So I'm trying to make this video quick. And where this little, the emergency brake cable little split bracket is, I just released it there, and then I could pull the cable out, got a length to work with. Then I was able to slide it into the new spring and then lock it in the house, and then I just pulled it back by hand and latched it back. And now what I'm going to do is I've got the bleeder screw open here at the top because I'm going to let the shoes come back and just going to want to squash this in, and instead of pushing air back in the system, it's just going to push out the bleeder valve, and I'll gravity bleed while I'm assembling some of the other stuff. But that was the trick, is doing like I was talking about with this crazy looking spring by letting it just fold back together. And I swapped the other shoe out the same way. It's got behind it with a pry bar and push down and let it come out of that slot. Then I walked the new shoe back in, and I just got them locked back around the groove. So I hope that helps anybody messing with this deal. It's an '08 model Chevrolet, and this is sort of the same for all these little stupid big spring stupid things. All right, I'm out.